You are exhausted. Your body is tired. Your eyes are heavy. Every part of you is ready. And yet, you are lying there, awake, watching the ceiling, watching the clock, watching the minutes become an hour. You have done everything right. The room is dark. The phone is down. You are genuinely trying to sleep. And that is the exact problem. Because trying to sleep is one of the only things in life where the harder you try, the further away it gets. Stay with me, because once you understand why, you will never approach sleep the same way again. You know this feeling so well you've stopped talking about it. The way your mind switches on the moment your head hits the pillow. Thoughts arriving from nowhere. Tomorrow's list, an old worry, a conversation from 3 days ago. You suddenly need to replay, and the more you try to quiet it, the louder it gets. Maybe you've started dreading bedtime, that quiet dread that begins around 9 p.m. The anticipation of lying there again, knowing what's coming. That dread, that specific feeling, is one of the most under-discussed symptoms in sleep medicine. And it is a signal, not of weakness, not of anxiety disorder, a signal that something biological has quietly shifted in the way your body and your brain relate to sleep. You've probably tried the obvious things. Cutting caffeine, no screens, herbal tea, maybe a sleep supplement that worked for a week then stopped. And here is why nothing has fully worked. Because you've been treating the symptoms without understanding the mechanism underneath them. And the mechanism is more surprising than you expect. Your brain has a sleep switch, not a metaphor. A literal biological mechanism. A chemical called adenosine builds up in your brain. Every hour you are awake, the longer you stay awake, the more it accumulates. That accumulation is called sleep pressure. And when sleep pressure is high enough, the switch flips. Sleep arrives. This system has worked your entire life. So why is it failing you now? Here is what most people never hear. Sleep pressure is only half of the equation. The other half is something called arousal. Your nervous system's state of alert. For sleep to arrive, arousal must fall. Sleep pressure rises. Arousal falls. Both must happen simultaneously. In people who struggle to sleep, the arousal system stays switched on. The body is physically tired, but the nervous system is running. And sleep cannot come to a nervous system that is running. Researchers at Harvard Medical School confirmed that the brains of people with chronic sleep difficulty show measurably higher metabolic activity at night. Even during sleep, the brain is not resting. It is working. Not because it wants to, but because something in daily life is keeping the arousal system elevated. And most people have no idea what it is. What keeps your arousal system switched on at night comes from 4 very specific and very fixable sources. Let's go through each one. Insight 1. The sleep effort paradox. Sleep is the only biological function that fails when you consciously try to force it. When you lie in bed trying to sleep, your brain interprets the effort as a task. Tasks require alertness. Alertness triggers the arousal system, and the arousal system blocks sleep. This is not a mindset problem. This is a neurological loop. And the harder you try, the tighter the loop becomes. The fix is counterintuitive. Stop trying to sleep. Instead, give your brain a passive, non-stimulating instruction. Focus only on the physical weight of your body against the mattress. Not sleep. Not thinking. Just wait. Your nervous system reads passivity as safety. Arousal begins to fall. Sleep follows. Not because you chased it, but because you finally stopped. But effort is only one part of what's keeping you awake. The next one has been building for longer than you realize. Insight 2. Your bed has been reprogrammed. Your brain learns associations the same way a dog learns to salivate at a bell. Every night you have lain awake in bed, your brain recorded that experience. Bed, wakefulness, tension. Over weeks, over months, it built a connection. Now, the moment you lie down, your brain triggers the same state it has been conditioned to produce. Not sleep. Alertness. This is a documented phenomenon called conditioned arousal. Sleep researchers, including Dr. Arthur Spielman at the City University of New York, have shown that the bed itself can become a trigger for wakefulness. In people with persistent sleep difficulty, the fix takes discipline, but it works. Use your bed only for sleep, not reading, not scrolling, not thinking. If you lie down and sleep doesn't arrive within 20 minutes, get up. Go to another room. Sit quietly in low light. return only when you feel genuinely sleepy. You are reprogramming the association. Bed equals sleep. Nothing else. Within 1 to 2 weeks, that conditioning begins to reverse. Now here is one most people completely overlook. Insight 3. You're going to bed too early. This will feel wrong. Most people who struggle to sleep respond by going to bed earlier, trying to give themselves more time to fall asleep. But here is what actually happens. You go to bed before your sleep pressure has built high enough. The biological switch hasn't been triggered yet. So you lie there awake, accumulating more conditioned wakefulness, making the problem worse. Your body has a natural sleep window, a specific time each night when adenosine peaks, body temperature drops, and melatonin surges simultaneously. That window is when sleep comes easily and deeply. Most adults in their 40s and 50 seconds find that window sits between 10 p.m. and 11:30 p.m., going to bed significantly before it, especially when you're already conditioned to wakefulness is working against your own biology. Find your window by noticing when natural, heavy sleepiness arrives. Not tiredness, sleepiness. The eyes softening, the thoughts slowing. That is your window. And once you honor it consistently, your sleep architecture begins to repair itself. Save the most powerful insight for what comes next, because this one addresses the thing that wakes most minds at night. Insight 4. Give your brain its own time before bed. The racing mind at night is not random. It is your brain doing the only thing it can. You gave it no time to process the day, so it takes the time you were planning to sleep. Every unresolved thought, every unfinished task, every emotion you moved past without really feeling. It waits, and at night in the silence it surfaces. Research published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology showed that people who spent 5 minutes writing tomorrow's to-do list before bed, in specific, concrete terms, fell asleep significantly faster than those who did not. The brain needed to know those things were captured, that they wouldn't be lost. Once it knew, it could release them. Tonight, before bed, take 5 minutes. Write down every open loop in your mind. Tasks, worries, things unsaid. Not to solve them, just to place them somewhere outside your head. Your brain will stop working to hold them, and the silence will finally mean something different. Think about what it cost, not the tiredness the next day. Most people have learned to live with that. Think about the years. Study after study shows that chronic poor sleep, not a bad night, but months and years of fragmented, insufficient sleep, accelerates biological aging, raises inflammatory markers, quietly erodes cardiovascular resilience, dims the cognitive sharpness that experience was supposed to build. And the cruelest part, the people carrying this have no idea it's cumulative. They think each bad night is just a bad night. But this story doesn't have to continue, because every single thing that is keeping your arousal system elevated has a biological opposite. Stop fighting sleep. Let it come. Rebuild your bed as a place the brain trusts again. Stop going to bed before your window arrives. Empty your mind before you lie down. These are not hacks. They are instructions written into your biology that nobody taught you to read. Until now, sleep was never meant to be something you chase. It was designed to find you when your body is ready and your nervous system finally believes that the day is done and the world is safe. Tonight, ask yourself one question. Not how many hours will I get, but what am I still carrying into bed with me that my body is not ready to put down? If this gave you something real, a way of understanding your nights that no one has offered you before, there is more waiting for you here. Subscribe to the Health Code, because the signals your body sends at night are not problems to endure. They are conversations worth learning to hear.